Hey everybody, how's it going? John D'Alessio here again. Um, I guess I'm just gonna make this video as like kind of a quick update on the things that have been going on in my life a little bit. So first off, I have been searching for a job. Um, I wanted it to be in my field in mechanical engineering. Like that was the reason why I got the degree, and like, you may as well use it. I hear a lot of these statistics that talk about how many people are underemployed. So, like their qualifications like exceed that for the job that they're working in. Like they may have some kind of college degree that is like specialized, but they're still only working like maybe a minimum wage job or um, something like that, or maybe a little bit more than minimum wage. Um, so yeah, I got a job in my field. Um, yeah, uh, I got a job working um, in the Orlando area, and so right now I'm trying to look for like a living situation. I'm going to be graduating pretty soon. Um, those are like the big updates. Um, Second update, you know, I've been praying to God a lot recently about marriage and like future prospects. Like I've been praying to God a lot about like my future wife and like wherever she is. Um, I pray that the Lord is keeping her and is leading her in the right way, and that she's following the Lord more and more each day. And I pray a lot also about my own life and my own conduct, and I pray to God that I'm made into a man that is deserving of a woman of God, of a virtuous wife. Like it says in Proverbs that a virtuous woman, like who can find, her price is far above rubies. So I think I know that God isn't going to send her into my path until I am ready, until I'm ready to take on that kind of responsibility. I believe that God is making me into a man that is capable of taking on that responsibility and leading a household. Because as men, we are supposed to lead the household. Um, that's not to say that we are always right or that we always know better. Um, it's more to say that this is the divine order in which God created the world. At the top, there's God, and then below that there's man, and then below that there's woman, and then below that there's child, and that's the authority um, in which God has structured the world. As a man, you need to, I believe, constantly be seeking out the Lord and seeking His guidance and praying for His wisdom, because it says in Proverbs as well that there is no wisdom nor understanding nor counsel against the Lord. And so wisdom, all true wisdom flows from God. It's actually kind of hot in here on my car. Sometimes when my car sits, I guess like the compressor doesn't like spool up, So it's just blowing like hot air, or not hot air, but like just air that's the temperature of the air outside. Now, I know that I talk about like Christianity a lot on my YouTube channel and my videos, but I don't believe that I am like a teacher. Now, I may like teach people some things, but I don't put myself out there as like a person that is like really well read and well and very knowledgeable on like biblical things, even though I have studied the Bible quite a bit in my life. Um, I just don't think at this point in my life that I am really equipped to be teaching a bunch of people a bunch of theology. Um, like I'm constantly learning things, and I definitely don't know. I don't have all the answers for everything. Even in my own Christian walk, like I'm not exactly sure where I stand on like Protestantism versus Catholicism versus Orthodoxy. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to land. And something within me tells me that before God sends me before God sends a woman into my life for me to care for and protect and lead, I'm going to need to have more of an understanding of a little bit more of an understanding of my own theology and what is proper theology and doctrine. Because I really don't want to be one that's just teaching things that you know are not are not biblically based. Like yes, you can read the Bible, but that doesn't mean that you're going to come to the proper interpretation of Scripture like upon first glance. It's a very dense book, and at times it's hard to understand. And you could study it your entire life and never get to the bottom of it. You could never get to all of the instruction and guidance and all of the truth that's in there. That's why when I speak to you guys, I try to keep it very simple and speak about the things that I know. And then whenever I have like a thought or like an idea or some kind of speculation, like I want to lay that out that, oh, okay, well, this is just my opinion. This is my thoughts, my 2 cents, for whatever it's worth. And so you need to take what vast majority of people say, especially on the internet, with a grain of salt. Because, majority of the time, you don't know these people's backgrounds. You don't know what kind of influences they may have had in their lives. Like when you're watching YouTubers, when you're when you're just going on the internet and interacting with random people online, you really don't know them. The only way you really know somebody is if you spend a lot of time with them. Um, and it seems like for basically everybody in life, everyone has skeletons in their closets. Everyone has things that they're not proud of. Everyone has things that they're going to hide. They're not going to just be totally upfront and open with you when you first ask them. So I think we need to remain vigilant, pray for discretion, pray for the Lord to keep you on the right path. It kind of gets annoying sometimes when that's the only thing that I can think of to pray in the moment. It's a good prayer, like, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I want to be able to pray something that, like, I've never prayed before, that hmm, what am I trying to say here? Man, I overthink things a lot. I overthink things a lot, and when I'm speaking, I kind of get caught up in my own head about things. About, oh, well, should I say this, or am I really crafting these words properly? I think that's just an aspect about myself that I kind of have always had, where I'm just a little bit self-critical. Like, I'm constantly trying to say, well, did you say that right? Or you think back on a situation and you think of all the things that you did wrong and that you could have changed and fixed. And while that can be good sometimes when you're trying to improve yourself, a lot of the times it just is just noise. It's just noise in your head that you don't really need to be dealing with. I suppose also, no matter what you do, no matter where you are in life, you should always thank God and praise Him, even during the most difficult times. Like it says in Job, like when he lost his entire family besides his wife, he lost like virtually everything he owned. All of his cattle were either killed or stolen by like warring tribes that were around them. Uh, his houses collapsed. One of his houses collapsed on, or maybe it wasn't one of his houses. It was, I think, the brother's house, or not the brother, one of his children's house, and it collapsed on them, and they all passed away. And immediately, when he heard these things, he dropped down on the ground. He rent his clothes. I don't know. I don't know why, but like people in the Bible, they just like start tearing their clothes off when they're when they just start tearing their clothes off when things are going bad. Put on sackcloth and ashes. I don't know. It's odd. Like I, it's just an odd thing to do. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm getting off topic right now. But as soon as those horrible things happened to him, he immediately got down and started praising God and saying, the Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. And that really is true. I mean, there is no, like, as you're walking through life, you have your family, you you may have like an intimate relationship with somebody, you may have you may have children, you may have friends, but in the end, like, you are going to die at some point, and you're not going to have those people in your life anymore. Like the Lord gave you this time on earth And the Lord gave you this time on earth, and it's but for a moment. It's passing. I mean, right now I'm 24 years old, and like it didn't seem like long ago that I was just a kid or a teenager. But now I'm an adult, and I'm just moving into like the next stage of my life. But it all went by very quickly. There were times when it may have seemed like it wasn't passing by quickly, like things just seemed to take forever. But I'm here already. And from what I understand, when I speak with older relatives or just older people in general, is they say, your youth is going to pass by very quickly. And so we need to be making the most of our youth. In any event, I believe that this video is going to reach some people, and I hope and I pray that it speaks life into your life and that it edifies you. I also pray Numbers 6, I think it's number 6:23. What is it? I'm going to look it up. Okay, so I just looked it up. It's so annoying. Like I memorize these verses, but I just like forget them sometimes. But I said I also pray Numbers 6:24 through 26 upon you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. So, with that, I pray that all of you have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like the video. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps me out. All right. Have a blessed day. Bye now.